guys hear that?
I hear it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
gets me right amped, bud.
I love it.
It gets me so hard. Oh.
Live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. That's something a little bit different for you here.
Oh, gosh, you feel that? Fucking love this right here.
It's a good tune.
Fucking right it is.
Home. Where am I? All right, yep, live on YouTube.
All right,
Live
welcome
on Twitch.
back to another episode of On the Throne with Dick, and big shout out to Senja and Boychuk for that incredible intro outro music. And today we've got like a unique situation going on here. I don't think any of us have really done this. We got Retrofit Brian over there, who looks like I just rummaged through my dad's VHS tapes in the 90s there and came across a porno. And then we got Bluecollar Bobby, who looks like the man in the porno. So so we got that going on for us here. And what's going on, guys? And they're hosts of the Dope and Tape Show.
Yeah, welcome.
Tape
welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. We're also live on our show with our fan, a little bit of a different format for our crew, but thanks for joining us and kind of going with the flow here. We're here with this, Canadian Alberta. We found another Canadian.
Hey.
So you collect those Canadian tire bucks?
Oh shit, man! We used to collect Canadian Tire dollars when they were worth something, you know.
Yeah.
They might be worth something. They might be worth something again sometime. You know, the way our dollar's going and what it's not, or what it's not worth.
The confusing thing for Americans is you don't buy tires with them.
No, you can't buy tires with them unless
weird.
you have a lot. You might be able to buy a lot of tires with them if you had
tire?
a lot. If you saved up like for years, and I'm talking decades, you might have enough for a tire.
Hey, Tire, that's awesome. What's up, Tommy?
Yeah. So what's going on, guys?
Well,
Nothing.
so we were trying to one time. So we have a huge following in Canada for some reason. They love us. I don't know.
It's true.
But we were one episode. We were like, so what does like Canada have that y'all get excited about? And then he was like, oh, Canadian tire money. I was like, what? Like,
that's always a question. All right, let me tell the Discord we're live.
Yeah, the Canadian. I can't remember the last time I had Canadian Tire money, to be honest with you. Shit. I don't know if my wife if I have had any Canadian Tire money. I know for sure when I was younger living with my dad, I think he had a whole fuck ton saved up, and one day he walked in and he went like, I'd like to buy a bag of chips, and just slammed a wad of cash down on the yeah.
You get like nothing for these tire bucks. It's awesome. That is so great.
I think you get them in like 2 cent and 5 cent, maybe even 10-cent bills. I can't remember what it is, man. Yeah, maybe there's definitely 1 cent.
What does it usually talk about on your show, on the throne?
Oh man, on the throne. Well, so usually really nothing. There is no plan. We go in, we have no plan. We fly by the seat of our pants the entire time. There's no plan whatsoever. We just come in. We have a good time. You can't plan a conversation when you run into someone on the street, and that's kind of the point of this. There's no editing done. Maybe once in a while. I think I've edited 1 episode ever. There's no editing done. It's no plan. I've tried to plan it one time, and it just sort of like fell off the rails. I'm very ADHD. The podcast is very ADHD. So there's no rhyme or reason to it, bud. We're just doing blue collar things, It's the reason why we're all blue collar anyways.
Yeah, and so you're an electrician, right? You're Sparky. The guys who never clean out. What do you do? I don't know.
Speaking of not doing the homework, I've seen Retrofit Brian around quite a bit.
Well, I appreciate that. This is what happened. So,
Does he look like an electrician?
In the back seat, bro.
Does he look like an electrician?
Huh?
Does he look like?
Dude, I was squatting.
I didn't. No, I said he's an oil guy. I know you're working out too much, kid.
No, I'm reading it and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm getting back to my set and I'm like,
man, I'm gonna start text. I'm gonna give my number out. Let other people text me who will actually text me back because you don't even respond.
Oh shit, dude.
Some people would be like, man, Bobby's texting me, and you're like, this fucking guy again.
Don't give me your number, bro, because I don't text back either.
No,
Fucking
so
assholes.
since he said that, I do keep my text messages to 0. The thing is I go off of a system. Like if you're important or not system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
No. So I mean, I feel like I'm pretty important. You don't answer me.
You are. I talked to
Anyways,
you.
to come into the show, for instance, Dick and myself are in here at like 8:30, and Brian strolls in like 8:55. He's like, I couldn't find the link. You should be like an email pro.
Well, no one told me it wasn't a Zoom, so I was looking for the Zoom. But
I
this
know.
is different.
It's a little bit different.
Down to the details, buddy.
Oh, what's up, Chad? Shots fired. In Brian's world, you're sprinkler or electrical.
So
Doing.
Don't take any offense to that because I do the order of importance as well. Now I text my wife back. I text my boss back. My mom, if I look at my phone right now, there's 70 unread text messages. If I looked at my mom's messages, it would go down to like 20. Whoa. And
the same.
Yeah, I feel bad. I love my mom. No, she's gonna listen to this. She's probably my biggest fan. So
my mom's probably watching too. She texts.
Hi, Mom.
She texts like 40 messages in a row, and then I can only really respond to like the last 3. She's like, you didn't respond to the other ones. I'm like, it's a lot of messages to read all at once.
Yeah, my mom's a wild woman.
I respond. I do respond to every message though. I hit every message. I never miss one.
So, how long have you guys been doing the podcasting for? Or do you guys classify yourself?
Year? I mean, our anniversary is coming up soon, right?
Come on.
Your 1 year? My 1 year is coming up soon, too. I think, this one will be, 6, this will be 47. We are 5 weeks away from a year.
Wow. So, we're almost at 90. We're almost at 100 episodes. I would say.
We do.
This is episode. Welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. This is episode 91. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also, go over to the On the Throne podcast and hit the subscribe button.
So we started. I just called Bobby up out of the blue on an Instagram call, like just out of messages, and he just answered. And I was like, "Bro, I got this problem. Blah blah blah. This is what I got going on." And I kind of went over it and we tried to fix it and kind of talk scenarios. And then I called him that night. I was like, "Hey man, I really appreciate you answering my phone call. There's not many people to call, I mean," and he was like, yeah. So I was like, we need to change this. We need to create a community. And then we just started it. We didn't meet each other for how many months would you say? 5?
All right. So it's saying our first stream was December 4th of 2022. We did not meet until June of 2023.
Which when we first met for the first time, we already had a bank account. We already had an LLC together. He's up in Boston. I'm in Atlanta. We just shot for the stars and got it started.
ATL. What up?
ATL.
ATL.
What do you know? So being up in Alberta, what do you know about Atlanta?
Atlanta, I know there. The Walking Dead was filmed there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that it's hot. I know it's hot. I've never personally been to Atlanta before. I've flown over Atlanta. I don't know if it's a flyover state, but I've flown over it.
Mm-hmm.
On my way to Disney World.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Wow, look at you go, kid.
Look at me go, bud.
What do you know about Boston?
Boston, full of Irishmen. The Departed was filmed there.
Big movie guy.
There's what are we saying? It's like, hey, I need your help.
We're
not. Some people are gonna get hurt, but you can never ask me about it.
Right.
Whose car we
taking?
Whose car we taking? How far do we?
That's a good one.
It's funny when people always ask me, "Hey, I'm coming to Atlanta. What do I need to know?" It's like, don't put anything that looks valuable anywhere where anybody can see it. Your car will get smashed.
So it will be see you later.
Never get gas inside of the perimeter. So in Atlanta, there's a highway that goes all the way around Atlanta. It's called the perimeter. Never get gas inside the perimeter. You follow those 2 rules, you're good to go.
I think Dick did the right thing. Just fly over.
Yeah, I just flew over. I picture the Walking Dead being very accurate. Just a bunch of mindless zombies walking around.
I did the tour, and down there it's really grown. It's a beautiful place. They're starting to tear things down, and all the houses there are now sold, and people are living in them.
What, the Walking Dead houses?
Yeah, they actually built it, full on built, and then they sold the houses.
So now there really are mindless zombies walking around ATL. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very rich
cool
to buy those houses.
Also, something I know about Boston, Plymouth Rock. Am I right?
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
south of Boston, but it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
What about Plymouth Rock?
Have you ever been to the Rock?
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big
Is
one.
it cool? Is it cool?
In like I don't know, middle school, elementary school. I think we went on a couple field trips there. Like that's a field trip spot that they take you as a kid.
You'd be like,
Yeah,
this is where
yeah,
your
it's cool.
ancestors came in on
It's
the
just a
rock.
rock. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's not too crazy.
So
Like,
what's it like not having guns? Like,
What's it like? What?
not having guns in Canada? Like
What's it like not having guns? So I live in Alberta, where they can try to take our guns, but they ain't really succeeding much, right? We're a bunch of hillbillies and rednecks here in
I
Alberta.
like it. You got guns in Alberta?
Yeah. Alberta is probably one of the main provinces that are fighting back on that. So
Let's go. Okay, we like Alberta.
if Alberta was a U.S. state, we're known as the Canadian Texas. So we're all about that fuck around and find out freedom.
Okay, I'll do a little bit of research on that. Oh, we just got a bunch of commenters. What's up, guys? What do you guys think? What do you like? You see the format? We got Alberta rep, guns in Canada, cool. Woo!
Yeah,
hey,
we're all
guys.
about that. We're all about
Portland.
that oil and gas life here in Canada, up in Alberta. We got.
So I don't know anything about the oil business. We don't have any of that in Georgia.
All you gotta know is
Daryl, you're in Alberta. Yo, Daryl's here. Right. Your buddy Daryl's here.
Oh yeah,
Daryl.
And what up, Eric? What up, Steve? Corlin, Daryl, Frazier. Welcome to the show.
What up, everybody? Hey, if you want to find my podcast on YouTube, that's YouTube you guys are streaming on,
and Twitch.
Yeah, and Twitch,
and Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Okay, on Twitch, I'm On the Throne Podcast. On YouTube, I'm Dick Frost, and you can find the podcast. You can find the podcast on Apple and Spotify and Google and Amazon Music or whatever the hell it is at On the Throne Podcast.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
We got a lot of Alberta boys here. So we have
Alberta.
We got 3 fitters from Alberta right here. Well, 2 fitters and an inspector from Alberta in the chat. There's inspectors. There's 15 people in here, and 3 of them are from where you're from.
Hell yeah, they are. What's going on, guys?
Yo, what up? We found one of your boys.
Yes, sir. Yay. So in Alberta on TikTok, a large chunk of my following on TikTok is out of Alberta, right? But a large chunk is also from other oil-rich places like Texas and Pennsylvania, because they got a lot of oil down in Pennsylvania. And wherever else the back end, there's a lot coming in from the back end, a lot coming in from the Permian, a lot coming in from Malaysia, a lot coming in from everywhere on my TikTok page there, right? So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So I like that. The oil rigs, they dry up. I mean, it's pretty much like a pocket of oil. It's not a flowing thing. So you just kind of pump it while you got it and then move on, right?
Where's that?
No, and
that was a question. He was asking a question.
So if you were to drill for like an oil rig drill, however you call it, like where you get your oil supply from, it's like a pocket of oil under the ground, and it kind of like that's all you get. You pull it up, once it's gone, it's gone. Is that right?
Well, in northern Alberta, in Fort McMurray, 1/3 of Canada's oil comes out of there a day, and we have the 3rd largest oil reserve in the world. And they're finding more all the time, right? And Fort Mac, there's 200 to 300 years of mining left there. And you got the Duvernay, the Montney Shale, Fox Creek area, Grand Prairie, all those pockets, man. There's a fuck ton of oil there, right? There's a lot. You come in and you hit that pocket, and once it's gone, it's gone. But it's not just gone in like a couple weeks, right? It's gone in years. We're talking, they drilled, they put a pump jack there, and then they drilled, put a pump jack there, and she goes for fucking however long she goes. There's one in this little town that I work in Fox Creek that's been the pump jack's been producing pretty good for 25 years.
Oh wow, so it's huge pocket.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
What's the GPM on that thing? The 25-year one.
The GPM. What's GPM stand for?
Gallons per minute. How much oil's coming out of that fucker?
I don't know, bro. I don't
Like,
ask
is
those
it like a slow, like how fast you filling a barrel or whatever?
Well,
Like, you got a
imagine
big
it's
tank
like
you're filling?
at
Where's it
least
fucking going?
it has to be at least a 2-inch line or bigger because
Oh, it's
the thing
4 inch. You guys are usually like putting
is it
4 inch, and they
4
got the big clamps, and they got their shirt off, and they're fucking hooking the pipes and throwing the chain. I watch that shit.
got a
Oh
cigarette
yeah,
in the mouth.
I
I want to do that.
I'm mainly in if they're taking their shirts off for sure.
Do you do the chain, the
whip.
chain thing?
That's on the rigs, man. That's old school rigging too, right? Like that's not. But I work on a vac truck, so I do a lot of sucking and blowing. Yeah,
It sounds like you're proud of that.
I take a lot of loads.
Yeah.
Pretty good, dude. You're
Yeah.
funny on Instagram. You're wicked funny on Instagram. I keep going like,
Thanks,
out of
man. I
camera
think
here.
I've hit a bit of a lull the last couple of months.
It's
but
real.
I've also
It's just the reels. Like, reels
Yeah.
are dead. Reels are dead. Like, it's not even worth posting every day anymore because they're not rewarding it. If you post a reel a day, they'll consider you now spam. They'll consider you spamming, and they'll actually like block you. So they're saying not to be posting a reel every day. They want you doing fucking carousels and it's
Instagram
lame.
is Bobby's life. So if he says it's gold because he's been doing his research, he's subscribed.
You can just tell, like, everybody's views are down, bro. I'm sure your views are down. Are your views on Instagram down from 2 months ago?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, mine are
Like
for
by
sure.
75%. Everybody's are. That's what I'm saying, because it's real.
But I don't go by views anymore, guys. You know, I'm having a lot of fun on there, right? And
Same.
you know, if 200-300 people see it, the right 200-300 people seen it. You know what I mean? It's people you want to see it, and like going viral is counterproductive, right? You get people seeing it that don't need to be seeing it, inputting stupid comments, you know, trolls and shit like that.
I love those.
You don't need to see that, man. Some of those trolls, they help your video blow up, but yeah, you know what, man? I actually, good friend of the podcast, and he has his own podcast. He was on this show, Gord from the Second Act podcast, actually in Alberta as well. You know, we did a live stream. He was the first live stream this podcast ever did, and there was 5 people in watching the live stream, and I was like, man, that's not a lot of people. And he's like, well, when you look at the number 5 is small. It's not a lot. It's tiny. But if 5 people were standing in front of you listening to you talk, you'd be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when it all changed for me. You know what? Views? I'm doing this for me. It's me versus me. You know what I mean?
Oh, same.
And I don't care. I'm having fun. I put the video for my sanity and for me to laugh. If 100,000 other people want to laugh along with me, cool. If they don't want to laugh along with me, cool. I laugh. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's
I did
a great
a
perspective.
today that I thought was awesome, and then like nothing. So,
Nothing.
that line, but I was like, oh, this is dope.
Oh, Tommy's got a good point. Maybe it's liters per minute. That's why I caught you off guard with the gallons, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah, so we don't deal in them freedom units up here in Canada, right? We're the top hat of North America. We're all about them liters.
We call them imperial, baby. So what do you got? You got liters per minute? What's the LPM on that shit?
What's the I wouldn't know what the LPMs.
What's the LPM on the Cucker Sucker truck you're driving around?
Oh, I don't know about the liters per minute we can suck up. That depends on how thick that load is, you know. But I do know the truck that we drive around, you know, if you got a combo vac, you know, you're looking at 10 to 12 cubes, which is 12,000 liters. Wow. 10,000 to 12,000 liters. You got a straight vac, which can hold like 18 cubes, 18,000 liters. Semi vac can hold close to 30 cubes, 30,000
What are you vacuuming up, though? Mud?
Oh, oil, fucking mud, you know, anything, man. Produced water, you know, shit like that. Oil field shit, maybe sand.
For the fire department, in a way. You have a big tank in there. You got some hoses. You either pull or push.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. And
is it about the same size?
We even hold 3 to 4 cubes of fresh water on our truck as well. You know, to spray. So we can heat it up, we can cool it down, you know. So,
what part of Alberta? What part of Alberta are you at, Daryl?
I live in Edmonton. Oh, Daryl, you're asking Daryl.
No, I'm asking you. Daryl's asking me to ask you.
I live in Edmonton. I work in Fox Creek.
We got Daryl that he lives somewhere in Alberta, and then he drives like 6 hours to go to work somewhere.
Yeah.
Daryl, where are you at and where are you going? I forget, Daryl. He works in the mountains, but he lives like in the ocean or something.
Yeah, he doesn't live in the ocean if he lives in fucking Alberta. But
I don't know.
I mean, we're landlocked up here, buddy. That's the problem with pipeline.
As far as he's driving for what he said, I mean, he could live freaking for anywhere. It's like 3 hours there, 3 hours back. I mean, it's
America's the only country still use imperial system. We use both in the field. We learn both in school, Bob. I know we don't learn you guys'.
ridiculous.
I gotta.
You guys don't
It's
learn?
weird
Is
because
that what I heard?
this thing is like zoomed in. We don't learn anything about you guys. Like I didn't know. I was under the impression you used our money. I didn't know you guys even had your own money, bro. And
Yeah,
you
it's
guys got
called
that Canada
fucking-
Tire money. You can't even buy tires with the fucking shit, right?
we
and
got that
and
monopoly money.
and
bro.
then so you have like you got your own like Canada dollar. Like you got a one like your one. Is it a $1? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, we got the Canadian dollar, the CAD, which is worthless compared to your guys' shit.
Oh,
Like
Ours?
our dollar,
What?
when we go over to the US, man, if the dollar's sitting anywhere below 80 cents, so for every American dollar, the Canadian dollar's worth 80 cents. And I don't know what it's at right now. It might be below that. It's probably below that. I haven't seen it at 80 in a long time. The last time I saw it at par, which was a dollar's worth a dollar, was back in the early 2000s.
Ooh.
Yeah, so last time I checked, it was like 73 cents. So for every one American dollar, it's 73 cents.
And our
Canadian.
dollar is pretty worthless right now.
Compared to where
Yeah.
It's all going down.
Yeah, it's shit. It's shit, and it's cool because I'm monetized on Facebook. I got the Heat Wave affiliation. I got the Dirty Hands Clean Money affiliation, which is how I know Bobby. When I get paid from those guys, it comes back to me. I get a little extra because I'm in Canada, so that conversion
they feel bad
rate.
for you. I appreciate that. That's good of them. They're like,
Oh, I like
give
that.
him a little bit extra. He needs it.
The conversion goes up when it comes through Canada, eh?
Hey, yeah, but we also don't have a creators fund, so on TikTok and all that, we don't get paid on TikTok. We're doing this shit for free.
I don't get paid on. I don't really understand TikTok yet.
I like the conversion rate because, like, when I go travel to like third world countries and stuff, like theirs is like 5.7 times less than ours, and then like, for example, I went to go have like a top sushi restaurant. We got a boat of like 120 pieces of sushi. People are around me are like dressed up, and I'm like, oh crap, And everybody ordered drinks, and I think the bill was like normally for them it would have been equivalent to like $200 or $250 or something like that. I checked my Amex, $35. I was like, what?
$35 is it?
Position, yeah, it's just.
Oh, Big Daryl's in Calgary.
Big Daryl's in Calgary. Where in Calgary do you live, Big Daryl? I lived in Calgary for fucking 2 years there, but
maybe Big Daryl can come on the throne. You want to come on the throne with Dick?
You
want to come on the throne with Dick, Daryl?
Big D hanging out with the little D. Let's go.
Oh, that's funny. Some of us Americans can easily tell what a gram is. We know metric things. Very true. That's very true.
Yeah,
got the most fresh water too. Who's got the fresh water?
Yeah, Canada. We got the most fresh water in the world.
Now I have to know because this question has popped in mind. So,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Bear with me. Is there any
just
rules
do it quick?
I don't know.
Is there any rule? What?
Is there any rules on what you can and can't say on this show? Because
on my pod?
Yeah.
No, fuck.
Okay. All right. Well, if you had like a gram, all right, a gram of Coke, right?
Like Coca-Cola? Like Coca-Cola?
No, like cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you call it a gram, but would you call it differently in Canada?
I don't think so. I don't touch the stuff.
I have no idea.
I've never seen it done. I've heard about it.
They say, so it's a measurement,
Allegedly,
I think it's done in kilos. No, I think it's done in kilos, which is a kilogram. So yeah,
kilo is a lot.
I feel like that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot. Like
so
gram is
just like a Friday night amount. Like how much is that for up in Canada?
Transition it from grams to like an ounce or different, some kind of different measurement.
I have no idea, bro. People are gonna listen to this and think we're retarded. So this is great. Edmonton, the city I live in. The city I live in here the other day, they just
Brian's using the wrong mic.
They stopped. I think you're using the wrong mic, but whatever.
Oh, yeah?
So last
Brian,
week,
go down to the bottom of the settings again, and then hit the pick your mic right next to you did when your camera. Sorry, Dick.
It's all good, man. A few days ago, a car got stopped at a traffic stop, just a random traffic stop, and the Edmonton Police Services made the largest cocaine bust they've ever had in the history of the police service here.
Good.
Oh shit, that's way better.
That's way better.
Oh my god, man, that's like
showed up to Tristan right there, huh?
I just got an orgasm in my ears there, buddy.
Wow. Hearing my voice would do magical things.
It makes up for the pixelated video, being able to hear you better.
Yeah. You know what?
Are you on 360p?
Off of the short bus, you know?
It's like on 360p. The thing is zoomed straight in.
It's almost like I've never done this before.
It looks like it looks like that I'm watching, like I said earlier, it looks like I've rated my dad's VHS porn, but at least now the quality of the audio is from 2023.
Well, now we do OnlyFans, but this is a retro cut. So we do a retro, and then
no
people
cocaine
like
in the
it 'cause
patch.
it's different.
Yeah, it still grams up in Canada.
It reminds me of that video I filmed in the basement.
Someone's relapsing because of this conversation. Brian's mad at me for picking on him. Daryl, are you mad at Daryl?
No. I hope he's not mad at me.
So if you guys don't know, Bluecollar Bobby over here, he's got a mustache that like I kind of wanted to do, like I wanted to like curl it up a little bit.
Yeah,
it looks sexy. How do you hold that up? Do you use like your own spank bank or what?
Yeah, that's the joke. I mean, like we could.
I've hit myself.
We could do a little plug for the boys. I got the death grip. I got the death grip.
What is the death grip?
It's wax, bro. It's like mustache wax. It's mustache wax of the future. So it comes in this little. It comes with a little guitar pick, and you and I don't know, you smear it in there, and then it stays.
I can't stand it when I'm with him. Now we're not together much, thank goodness, because we fight the whole time. But like it like gets
when I try to do
down
this,
and it like covers his lip. I'm like, bro, get that out of your lip. I was like, that just looks terrible.
But for Halloween, I did it like yours because it's obviously it's not attached right here. I could fold this thing down, and it looks like a Fu Manchu.
Like mine, bro.
Yeah. But yours is attached.
Wow. Yeah.
Mine's reversible. It's up or down.
Yours doesn't.
Well, with the wax,
it's not really
you can kind of make it. You can make it however.
Oh, dude, you should go out like that. That looks sexy.
One up, one down.
One up, one down.
No one's doing that.
I've never done this live on video before.
Oh, there's a lot of things I ain't never done live on video before, but like,
now recorded's one thing, but live, yeah.
This is definitely a different show. Are we doing a commercial now? Yeah, we could.
Oh, hey,
nice
you guys want to do a commercial?
I do. Actually, I do have a box we could open.
Oh, my God.
It's not sponsored
oh, shit. Oh, he's been dying to do this. Do it.
Yeah, he's dying.
He's dying to do it. He's talked about it for like.
For the record, no one cares.
Retrofit Brian.
No one cares. It's like, look at. I got my.
He opened it with a knife too, right? Like,
yeah.
He just.
Well, I got and guess what's in it?
It's let me guess.
Oh wow! It's got a fancy inside. You ever seen an inside of the box like that?
I want to see what your insides look like.
Oh Jesus, that's a little.
All right.
What do you got here?
All right, what you got? Come on, man.
I'm going as fast as I can without hurting my dick beaters. No, I'm not going to plug this. This is from like a no-name website. It was just a good deal.
Oh, okay.
It was a good deal, and
I felt a shameless plug coming on.
Ooh!
Look at that. We're on a watch list now, buddy. Look at that. Oh yeah.
So just so you know, Kershaw makes a knife.
How'd you know that was Kershaw?
Driver that flips out, and then
you can see it.
For you fire protection guys, y'all can go to like Harbor Freight and get the safety bits, and the bits fit inside of the knife. And the knife is like $45.
I got two Kershaws. Boom.
So are you a Kershaw man?
No, dude. One was $16.99, the other was like $19.99. It was like a super sale. It was a super sale. I was laying in bed. I was tired. I'm like, what?
And you were thinking about knives while you were laying in bed.
No, listen.
3 1/4-inch blade, all metal, $16.99. Fucking take my money. Siri already knows my credit card and shit.
No, I geek out. I geek out about knives. I follow designers. I follow new steels. How the steels are manufactured, the powdered steels, the different kind of steels, the carbon steel. This right here, so this just sits on my desk. This is a fully custom blade. It's kind of hard to see, but let's see if I can get my light on it. Yeah, fully custom.
Man, we need to get more light on you. That's what we need to do. If you get light,
a lot of knives around here.
If you can shine a light, if you can shine a good light on that blade, but not you, bro. Like,
I have a little little.
Don't you have a ring
ring.
light with you?
Yeah, this thing is tiny.
Is
It
it
is
on
tiny,
high? Put it on high.
As high as it'll go. So obviously,
You
I'm
look
gonna
like you
buy
were
one
on the
tomorrow.
fucking.
I think you should turn a light on, man.
Are you like you're filming on a fucking Nextel?
So this is the custom knife.
I can't see it. I can't
What is
see it
it?
in the dark, bro.
Is it fixed? It's a fixed
Yeah,
blade?
it's fixed blade. It's a boot knife. It's
I
a
don't know what
nitro
that
D
means.
steel.
What do you keep it in your boot?
Marble carbon fiber handles.
How much was that?
Oh, I don't want to say.
Are you Americans allowed?
I got
to,
a Smith
like,
& Wesson.
that
This
part
is
of
my
con-
Smith & Wesson boot knife. It's like $30-$40.
No, this is $750.
Are
Oh
you
my
guys allowed to
gosh.
carry that stuff
Hand-fitted.
around?
Yeah.
Are you guys?
Yeah.
You guys? Is
A
that part
knife?
of concealed carry?
A knife?
So in Georgia, you can carry anything.
Fucking carry a sword around if you
know,
want.
without anything, because it's a right.
Yeah, the
to
knife
carry
is nothing,
thing
man.
now.
You need a license to carry the guns,
Yeah.
but definitely should keep that on you too.
So
Man,
I'm
you can't
a
even
knife
carry-
nerd.
You can't even
nerd.
carry bear mace in fucking Canada, man. Like that bear mace is considered like assault with a deadly weapon. I'm pretty
Dude,
sure
those
it's against the law.
those canisters are huge, and it like sprays 16 feet. Like those things. If anyone was ever wanting, you just give them a little.
Yeah, because it's bigger than an AR-15 that shoots like 100 yards, right?
So do you carry with a flash? You carry a flashlight all the time with you? So I used to work
Yes.
security at a nightclub, and a flashlight will do a lot of damage.
I just got a little stream light that I always keep.
Yeah.
Little 100
Oh,
lumens.
you should give
always
him that
know at
light,
night.
man. I
Oh.
feel
Yeah.
like that light would be better.
Maybe I should just like hold it, you know? Just hold it.
So in Canada, like I carry around weapons with me all the time, but like they're hidden, right? Like my guns, I got the guns, I got my own weapons, right? But also my words are a deadly weapon, and that can land me in jail too, right? Because
Oh wow.
Yeah.
woke society and
100%. I used to do stand-up comedy, and I ended up having to go to court.
Because
Really?
of comedy?
First bit here in Atlanta.
I don't think it was the comedy that got him in jail, but
After the show. So you can't carry a pocket knife in Canada?
No, probably not. I don't think so. I think that's a weapon, man.
Yeah, it's considered a
Yeah,
weapon.
but like, what if you're on the oil rig
it's
and
like,
you need to
Bobby,
cut
it's
something?
like New York laws, like nothing. Not
You
even.
need to
You
cut
can have a
something on the
pocket knife
rig.
in New York, bro. I went to New
No.
York with my pocket knife. What do you mean, no?
It's against. No, it's not within the law. Like you can't even have a razor blade.
To have a pocket knife in America?
No, in New York,
That's part of America.
but it's separate.
I
As
don't
you
believe
know,
so.
in America, there's different states and can have different rules.
And it says no
Different laws.
knives. No knives in New
Yeah.
York.
No,
They'd be shooting at each other in New York.
Yeah, well, so does the rest of the world that don't have any guns.
Hey, man.
Where's
Hey,
the
man.
New York boys at?
We're the Niakas.
Ryan and Bobby are like an old married couple.
Hey, dude.
We're
that's-
worse in person.
That's immediately what I thought when, like, I've never met these guys or talked to them before, and when we were backstage, as soon as they come in, I'm just like, shit, you guys good? You need a moment or what? Like, shit.
You can carry a knife. That's what I'm saying. You can carry knives anywhere.
You can't
in
carry a
the
knife in
United States.
Canada, bro. Like, if you
No,
get caught with a
Fraser-
knife, you're
Fraser,
probably
I'm
going
pretty
to
sure
jail for
Fraser's
like
one of your-
5
any kind of
years.
knife.
I'm from New York. No bueno.
I mean, if it's one of
You-
those fake knives that like retract or some shit, I'm sure you're fine.
Not the city.
Wow.
Knife is
Yeah, not this.
fine.
You can't have anything.
Can't be too
Well,
big.
you know what they say about socialism,
Hold on,
right?
hold
You
on,
voted
hold
in,
on,
you got to
hold on.
shoot your way out. And we're
That's
very
All right, so
socialist country.
Fraser,
That's
Fraser P is an Alberta buddy of yours. He says he carries a 7-inch blade. With,
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
hold on. Let me get
Jeez.
let me reword
Antler.
this, okay? When I
I
say
walk
it's
around with a
illegal,
7-inch blade and an antler handle. Yes, you can. Tommy says you can carry a
Wow.
pocket knife in New York. However, my concealed carry, I can't carry in New York City. Steve from New York says you can carry it. It just can't be too big.
so let me rephrase this.
What
Let
does
me
too
let me
big mean?
restructure what I said here, okay? So when I said that pocket knives were illegal in Canada, what I meant to say was like Alberta plays by its own rules, all right? Like I said, Alberta, we still got our pew-pews, right? For the most part. We don't play by them rules, and like sure, we still got to abide by federal laws and shit like that, but Alberta doesn't view itself as part of Canada anymore, and the rest of Canada doesn't really like Alberta anyways. So even though we keep the lights on,
I just think about on the job. I literally use my knife several times a day, every day on the job.
Well, yeah, on the job, sure, but we got knives and shit
job.
like that. You'd have to have that supplied by the employer. You'd probably find that on the rig itself. Plus, we have tons of other things that you need to cut. Like I don't know what we're cutting. Fuck, what are we cutting? We got scissors. We'll use scissors, man. We'll use those plastic scissors.
That they gave you in grade school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe. It's too safe up in Canada for me.
Give me the Elmer glue, bro.
I got a Canada Goose. There's a Canada Goose at the Alewife intersection that's always begging for change, man. You'll never see a bald eagle doing that shit.
Oh, bro, dude, Cobra chickens are nothing to fuck with, man. Like I bet you a Cobra chicken.
Why do they all come down here? Why are they all down here?
Because it's -50 up here in the wintertime, bro.
So
like,
hunting
do you want to
them
be
is
hanging out?
wild. So hunting them is wild. So we use dogs to retrieve them, and as we all know, they are big birds. Well, typically when you hunt ducks, they land in the pond, and then your dog will go get them. But not geese or goose or however you want to call it. They will fly into your face, and you have to shoot them before they hit you. Like they freak out when they see you. So that bird's freaking out in front of you, and then it's coming towards you. And then you got to shoot it so it falls, not hits you. Like it gets wild.
Canada Goose.
So we call them Cobra chickens, all right? Just call them a Cobra chicken. We're good.
Cobra chicken.
Yeah, it's exactly what they are. And I bet you a bald eagle don't fuck with the Cobra chicken. I bet you when the Cobra chicken.
That's too cool of a name for such a dumb bird.
When the Cobra chicken goes south for the winter, when it goes on vacation, I bet you bald eagles don't fuck with the Cobra chicken.
Yeah, I don't know if
I've never seen a video of that.
If the Canada Goose are going anywhere near the bald eagles.
Yeah.
There's too many of them. They're all,
Oh, there's tons.
They're flying down here. The Eagles are flying way up here, baby.
Nah, there's a reason why. There's a reason why the bald eagle is going extinct, right? They fucked with too many Cobra chickens.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So what do you know? What do you know about sprinkler fitters?
Sprinkler fitters. I know. When the fire goes off or smoke hits the sprinklers, bro. People get wet.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's what I know about sprinkler fitters. And I don't know. Are they?
You got to get the fuck out of there. They're heat. They set off by heat.
Do they get paid good or what?
Oh, fuck yeah, kid.
So I would say non-union top pay would be 37, and if you make 40, you're top tier non-union. And now Bobby can speak on union rates.
You probably could do 45 non-union up here if you're like a 40-year-old, you've been doing this your whole life.
Now Boston's the highest paid in the country.
But the union wages up here is big money. It's like over 70 take home as a foreman.
$70 an hour?
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's cool. So, like, where are you from there, Brian? Again, Georgia.
In Atlanta.
Is Georgia a union state? Pro-union?
It's not.
State?
We do have some union companies, but it's not a union state. So, private. That's why I was like private companies. You'll be like 35 topped out, max man. 35 is pretty normal.
Well, Mass is like a big union state.
Yeah, 37.
The unions in Boston are wicked strong.
Yeah, but then you got to deal with being a Boston Bruins fan, and you got to deal with the Irish, And I've seen enough movies to know that
both are great.
Yeah, I've seen enough movies to know that if I fuck with the Bostonians, I've seen enough movies to know that I'll end up in the bottom of a river somewhere or a lake.
Yeah,
because you float. They usually go like in a foundation of a new building that's going up or something. Put you in some forms.
Yeah, exactly.
While it's pouring, you can't put it on the bottom of the form. You gotta get a little bit in there and then toss you in, then fill it.
Are you guys hockey fans? Do you guys like hockey being in the U.S.?
I like watching hockey, but I don't know all the rules. But I'm a big fan of the fighting. So I'm a boxer, wrestler, fighter. So I love all that stuff. And I've only done really like combat sports my whole life. So I like hockey for how fast paced it is and how aggressive, and then the fights, so I follow that. I do go to some games, but I don't really know the rules that much.
Oh, Frazier says he's making $48 non-union in Canada, right where you are in Alberta as a sprinkler fitter.
Hold up though. So remember when I said the money was like, off there? What's top rate you say in
non-union? You're a big, let's say consistently big dog money is $37 an hour.
$37 an hour would be the equivalent of probably close to 40 like I'd say mid to high 40s.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you go convert that over, right? Like so, I got offered a job in North Dakota a few years ago to work on working the oil patch down there, and they were paying $19 an hour, and I like scoffed at it. I'm like, $19, I can't take that pay cut. But $19 an hour, by the time I got paid and transferred it back over, I would be actually up.
Hold on, but brother Chad said something about North Dakota. I spent some time in the Bacon oil fields, Bacon, North Dakota. Chad's done it all.
Chad's the man.
Yeah, it's the Cali commissioner, but I think he's moving to the East Coast soon, so we might have to get a new commissioner for Cali. But yeah, huge supporter. He's like a fisherman. I guess he's like an oil rig guy now too.
Pirate,
we just found out. A pirate.
There you go.
Jeez,
Joe Smith is making $52 an hour union in Ontario. So the union wages and the non-union wages are very competitive in Canada A.
Yeah,
hold up. He's got to live in Ontario, so he's losing already.
Well, I would hope he lives in. I hope he would live an hour away or something.
No, he probably has to leave like 3 hours early for work. He probably pays $1 million for his house, and he lives in Ontario. Like,
Joe.
Where in Ontario?
So hit us with the stats, Joe. Where are you living and you're working in Ontario?
Where are you living? Where are you working? Yeah, where are you living in Ontario?
So you probably lives in the South. How long are you away from your family?
How long am I away from them?
Like
average.
So I usually try to spend 3 to 4 weeks, right? I try to do 3 weeks on, 1 week off. This last hitch I did was almost 8 weeks, but for 3 of those weeks I was on a project close to home, so I got to come home every night. It was very nice actually. So I was gone for 8 weeks really, and 3.5 of those I was close to home. So really I was, gone only 4 weeks.
Yeah, no, I have a
wow. I got you, Steve.
Off of experience from let's say traveler pipe fitters, sprinkler fitters. So a lot of times, like sometimes you'll get a group of guys that are just like, they go out afterwards, they drink every single night, they do drugs, and it's just a mess, and the whole job goes to shit. Like, how are you? I mean, you're doing that more than us. Like, how are you managing those guys?
What do you mean?
Like, if you're on a crew and you're gone, like you said, like 3 weeks, and then you have those guys that are just like drinking every night, so they're slow at work, they're doing drugs, so they sometimes go.
These are oil guys. They're probably fucking piss and vinegar the next morning after that. Right?
bro, man, if you can't do all that all night long every day for like a month, get up and go to work the next day, you don't belong here. Right? Like,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, man. Like, like I've worked on road crews, like road construction crews that are way worse than any oil and gas people I've ever worked with. Yeah, man, no, you got to vent a little bit, right? We're in the bush. We stay in a camp. Town's not that far away. Most camps are dry. You can't drink in them. The camp we're in is moist. You can bring some drinks in. Just don't act a fool, right? Don't act like an idiot. Keep that shit tucked away and be ready to go. You know what I mean? For the most part, man, our crew's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, let me share this. So I never really drink. I never drank at all in like high school. All right. So, and I'd never really like drink. I'd never been like into it. Right. But I was an apprentice and I went out with, it was a out of town job, out of state. It was from Georgia to Tennessee. And I went with like veteran fitters of like 30, 35 years, a crew of 7. And then Wednesday night, we're there all week, Monday to Friday. They're like, Wednesday is the day that we're going to break it in half and we're going to drink and we're going to grill and we're going to have a great time. So I was like, I'm going to be with like one of the boys. I've never done this. I don't know the rules, and I just get destroyed. But But everybody else did too. Like even our foreman was passed out in the bathtub in the morning. We didn't get him until like 11 o'clock, and then I'm a mess. But we still had to go work. But they kept me in the truck because I couldn't do it. Like it was throwing up in the bushes of the hotel. Like I learned. I can't do this.
I don't drink. I don't
bad.
drink. I don't
Oh,
drink,
my
and
goodness.
I don't smoke. I don't drink Red Bulls. I raw dog the shit out of life. And sometimes
What about
it's
coffee, kid?
I don't drink coffee. No, either,
Nicotine?
Nope.
man.
Don't smoke. Don't do nothing, man.
It's got to be something.
I have a coffee company
Fuck
that
is
hurts
it?
my heart, man. I feel like
no coffee, no nicotine.
I
no
masturbate
fucking...
furiously at least 3 to 4 times before noon. You feel that?
Well, you gotta do something. Yeah.
I did it twice today.
So what's you got? Nothing. What do you like? You eat like a bunch of Doritos or something? What's your vice, kid? Ice cream,
man.
Oreos,
podcasting, and TikTok.
Soda.
Man, that's my vice. That's what
like,
gets me through the day.
Canada,
ginger ales.
Those guys are like nicer, so they might not have to do all this stuff.
No, Patch is pretty grueling mentally and physically, right? So there's a lot of guys who do have a lot of vices, right? For me, I don't do any of that stuff. I raw dog the shit out of my time, right? And my vice is TikTok and podcasting, and I keep my nose to the ground and just grind it out until it's time to go home. I
love that. That's good shit,
wife
man.
and 2 kids, man. So yeah, this is it, man. I used to just lay in my bed and put my hands down my pants, watch a movie, and fall asleep. That's what I did.
Now you're podcasting. Will you just do that after this now?
Yeah, I'll probably my hands down my pants right now, bro. I stay.
All right, Joe's back. Joe's back. Toronto area traffic ain't bad, but there's endless work. It's only an hour drive, and we have high rise rate, which I think is less. They're doing. We do that too. We have it's not high rise yet, but we have a plastic. You get paid less if you do plastic. Like a
Toronto area traffic ain't bad, bro. Like what part of Toronto? We talking about the same Toronto here? I'm from Hamilton originally.
Toronto area traffic ain't bad.
Toronto area traffic ain't bad. My uncle, he gets to be at work for 8. He leaves his house at 4 a.m. to get there just in time.
No, terrible, This episode makes me want to grow the mustache. Good stuff tonight, fellas. Yo, Chad.
Started.
My guy.
Started.
Hey.
Do it.
Can they see me too or what?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What do you think? I'm cutting you out?
Yeah. They can see me, bro. Oh shit. Oh man. That's the wrong hand. Hold on.
Wipe the drool off, man.
Yeah, Twitch and YouTube can see you. Say what up. They're watching you, kid. Come on.
Hey,
don't forget to like the video. If you want to get some dope and tape merch, it's right up here above me. We got a little bit of different format tonight. Thanks for sticking with us.
Bobby, what's your dirty hands clean money code, brother?
That is Bobby 10.
Bobby 10. Mine is
Bobby 10.
So him and I, we are.
And I don't have one.
And Brian's not on the train yet. Well, you get there. Listen, they ignored me until I got to just about 10K. Like when I had 5,000, they were still ignoring me.
Yeah, no, I have like 1,500. So
you're growing and you're starting to post.
Yeah.
You did a I like that post with you and Sarah with the dun, 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 dun.
That
trending
one? The birthday.
I like the trend. I like trending shit. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Well, it just happened that I had a dope birthday party.
Isn't Brian bigger on TikTok?
No, I'm not.
No.
Oh shit. Maybe
mine is like LinkedIn, like with the LinkedIn.
He's all over
LinkedIn.
With
LinkedIn.
Let's go.
Okay. My dirty hands clean money code is Frost10. Link in bio.
Let's go. Get a hat.
Next time I get something, I'll get it from Frost10 and not Bobby. That sounds.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
That's all right. I see it, dog. That's fine.
Hey, I do need that extra help though, because Bluecollar Bobby's in the U.S. He's bound to get paid for his content, whereas Canada, Comrade Trudeau doesn't allow that shit to happen. So.
Yeah, be part of
I love that. I love
that. Yeah. So, do you guys know anything about viscosity?
Yeah, the thickness of fluid.
The thickness of fluid. This guy fucking gets it. The thickness of a load. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, come on. And it it gets more thick as it gets more cold.
Oh well, I get smaller as I get colder. You
get that from being up in up north. Bobby tries to get me to go up there in the wintertime. Like, nah, bro.
Oh, no. Buddy, it's pretty nice here right now.
The cold snuck up. What's the temp up there in Canadaville?
Canadaville. Well, right now it's pretty warm where I'm at, considering it was +5 today degrees Celsius. By the way, +5 is warm. +5 is
Celsius.
warm,
Celsius.
Hold on,
though?
Celsius though is fucking me up.
Okay,
kid.
so this morning
you got to get the conversions.
Atlanta,
like you got to convert it for your people.
It was -20 the last week, but you know,
No
+5,
way.
+7 on Halloween. My kids.
Can we get some Fahrenheit? What is that Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
So -20, it would be. That would be.
I can tell you at -40.
In the 20s, that'll be like 25, 27 degrees.
Yeah,
the 0 is 30.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
30. It's 30 degrees outside right now here.
Yeah,
where I am.
it's 30 here in Atlanta as well.
At -40, they meet up. They link up at -40, and they have some icicle babies for a little bit.
Oh, -40 is 0.
-40 is -40 for you.
-40 is 0.
Yeah, I'm not doing -9.
-40 is -40 for you and me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
like -40, they meet up.
-40 Celsius and -40 Fahrenheit, same thing.
Yeah, they meet up. They sync up at -40, and then they fuck off the other way again once it gets colder. So where I'm going with the whole viscosity thing is the podcast is sponsored by the Mudman. The Mudman deals in drilling fluid and laboratory testing equipment for the rigs, right? The Mudman, you know, and he deals in thick loads. So you know, how thick is your load?
I mean, I would say my doctor would say it's
fairly, you know,
perfect.
It's pretty viscous.
Yeah,
the way it should be. Yeah.
How would your doctor know though? Has your doctor tasted it?
Oh no, but I give a sample every year because I have a vasectomy. So every year I go get tested, and then the doctor's like, "You don't have to test. You don't have to come every year." I was like, "Nah, bro, that's cool. It's like $150."
No, bro, don't worry. I like coming in this cup. Don't worry. I do this because it's fun. You know, I like coming in this cup. You know,
I like when the viscosity of the sprinkler water gets nice and thick, and it's like that thick. Black.
Oh yeah, has like a little froth at the top.
Ooh,
yeah, nice and frothy.
Yeah,
just ruins your shirt. Ruins your shirt. Gets into all your cuticles. Love it. It's 77. It's 77 right now where Chad is in the hottest spot in what is it? It's like the world's butthole. It's like the hottest spot in the world or something where Chad lives.
The world's butthole? Is that in Ontario?
Hamilton, Toronto. Hamilton to Toronto is a nightmare, but anywhere east into Toronto is nicer.
I'm from Hamilton, so anytime that I've ever gone anywhere is from Hamilton to Toronto, which is the fucking nightmares that he's talking about, you know? So, like...
Yeah, so just don't go to Toronto, it seems.
It's a disaster. Don't go to Hamilton. Don't go Hamilton to Toronto. Ask him how much he pays for his house there.
I'd like to go to Niagara Falls and stand on the American side and just look over at you guys.
So the American side is actually the shitty side of the falls. You got to go to the Canadian side. The Canadian side's beautiful. You've never been to Niagara Falls before?
No, but it's like 4 or 5 hours north, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. I do that
hop
in a day,
skip
twice. Come on.
Can you go over it on a barrel?
Oh, you can if you want to. There's been plenty of that have done it. You know, you'd probably do it in 2.
Do they die?
I think a few of them have died. Yeah, I think
I'd be nervous to like hit a rock down there or something. How do you know you're gonna land in like not on a rock?
Oh, that'd be a real rocky landing, wouldn't it?
There's no steering involved when you're in a barrel.
Man, so the Mudman, www.mudmanmarket.com, which I'm pretty sure is mudmarket.com now.
What's he
changed
sell?
It up. He sells drilling. He's in the drilling fluid and laboratory testing equipments market. He sells like viscosity testing equipment. You know what I mean? Like you got to test the viscosity of your loads. You got to test the thickness, baby.
Wow,
they don't put it in their mouth anymore.
You went like this and you froze. Oh, you did it again.
Oh,
you did like this and then you froze like that. Talking dirty, Bobby. That thick, frothy black water on the top of the drain bucket. That's the stuff right there.
Oh, that's the best.
That's the shit right there, buddy.
That's good. Oh, yeah. So how many days do you go back to work?
I go back on Saturday. So I've been off for
how long's the drive?
2 hours. I moved a lot closer now because I wanted to be home more. So, you know, I moved 2 hours. I was living in Calgary. I was living 5 hours away from work, but now I'm 2. So,
that's
so
nice.
when you're on site,
let's get it 1. Why can't we get it 1?
Oh no, I'm not moving any further north than what I live now. This is good enough for me, buddy.
Yeah.
So what are your hours typically Yeah.
Oh, so on the vac truck, I'm on call 24/7. So I could be sleeping in the middle of the night. They call me and hey, it's time to go. You got shit to do. But I try to aim for that 12 hours. 12 hours is good. The most I've ever been on site all at one time is 42 hours, and that's a lot of 20-hour days. A lot of like 18 to 20-hour days. But for the most part, we aim for that 12-hour mark. I don't want to work any more than that because the government just loves you past 12 hours. It's all overtime past 8, right? So.
Oh wow!
That overtime taxes is terrible.
And what do you got? Like an apartment or a hotel? How's that work?
A hotel. So it depends where I'm at. They'll put us in a hotel, give us LOA, which is live out allowance. They'll give us sub, I guess is what you guys would call it mostly.
We call it per diem.
Yeah,
per diem. Yep, per diem, same thing. Yeah, sub. But for the most part, we're in work camps, like man camps. They feed us, they clean up after us. They do everything for us. We just come back, we go to sleep, and we eat and we jerk off on the walls. So it's good. It's good. The towels, I leave no towel left behind when I'm in that bathroom, right? Like as soon as I hit the shower, bud, I'm taking 2 towels.
This is a fucking rogue episode.
One to dry myself up.
If you go and you're around any oil guys, just know to wash your hands and don't shake theirs, huh?
Oh, buddy, dude, if you're going around any oil guys and you go to shake their hand, just know the next time he goes home, he's getting his girl pregnant and it's not his.
Yeah.
Right?
So, you got to show us more footage from inside the fucking camp. Are you allowed to do that or no?
Yeah, of course I'm allowed to do that. I got a lot of videos from inside camp.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out. You got some. You got some funny ones. You got some risky videos too, though.
I try, man.
You're pushing limits over there. I see you.
Gotta have some fun over there sometimes, man. Like, hey, buddy, you gotta have.
I'll be
fun.
Laughing. Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a video in there. There's a video in there where I find a sock under my bed, and it's tied to that sound. It's been a year, Daddy. I really, really, really miss you. And the sock is talking. I grab the sock and I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, you're fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
kinda.
man.
So, I mean, how are you doing the show when you're out there working those crazy hours and all that stuff?
So I keep I keep like 4 to 5, sometimes 6 episodes ahead of where I'm at, right? I keep 6 in the bank, 4 to 5, so 4 to 6. I'll keep 4 to 6 episodes in the bank, and that way if I get too busy, I'm not going to miss a week. And the night that I have a chance, if I'm off and I'm not doing anything, I definitely record. It's like, let's get on that. Let's record right now, right? And I keep that stocked, right? So, I'm not missing any nights. So yeah.
How do you pick a guest?
Oh man, I just basically right now, if I'm following them on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere, or sometimes I'm not even following them yet, I just come across them randomly somewhere. I'm like, shit, this guy fits, right? Or this gal fits, Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Blue collar for the most part, but they don't have to be blue collar. If you got an interesting story, I wanna talk. And I like to talk. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah! How do you guys pick guests for you?
Well, we try to get guys.
We try to not let Brian do it.
So I have in the past. I don't have the best record. All right, so the guys like last minute will chicken out and be like, "Well, I wouldn't know. I didn't know it was tonight," or "Oh, you do that," or "I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I can do it." Or if it was like Daryl.
Brian's had a lot of cancellation.
Daryl would be like, "Well, my wife said no," so
Daryl. That was a good one.
What did Daryl say?
That was a good little dig at Daryl. I think he is mad, Daryl.
Oh, Daryl in the chat was supposed to come on, but
So Daryl started hitting me up, and he's like, "Brian can't open the drain," and I'm like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
It's like a little. So I'm in sales and account management, project management. I go to court for companies as a fire protection expert.
Oh, you're also like a big gym bro, and then you couldn't open the little drain. I think is what Daryl was getting at.
Yeah.
That little drain, you were just like, he pulled out this big pipe wrench.
Yeah, I have what was it, an 8 pipe wrench, and then I was doing a video and I was trying to be quick, so I put my hand on the gate valve and it wasn't coming. I was like, fuck it, I'll just like real quick transfer it over to the pipe wrench just to make it easy and quick for the video. Like I didn't
Daryl
even, like,
and Daryl starts hitting me up. I'm like, what?
And he's like, you can't even open the gate valve. Look at him. I'm like, what?
I'm like, oh shit, what did Brian do now? I'm like, what is Daryl talking about? I gotta go now to Brian's page, see what.
And then
I
was like, dude, are you lifting 3 plates on everything? He was like, well, I used to, but I was like, well, you're not now. So
3 plates. So
you guys are both sprinkler fitters?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's an inspector, sales guy. Wannabe fitter.
So
his boots are clean. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I mean, I can speak. It's a cool duo because I can speak on everything business-wise, and then inspections as well as any kind of sales or office, and then Bobby's the union guy, the straight construction guy. So I have experience in everything. I'm second generation. I've fitted pipes. I've been on new construction. I ran new construction jobs.
He's anything but straight.
Together we feel we could talk. We could talk anything sprinklers.
Yeah, together we cross everything
and give you good advice,
except for engineering because we're not sitting in a chair.
And sometimes Brian goes on a tangent and tells like these long stories where he
Does Brian make you kiss the ring, Bobby?
What ring? No, I'm not kissing nothing.
Well, I was talking about the cock ring, but all right.
Oh yeah.
So when me and Bobby are together, it is like all out war until the end. Is like, man,
he's slow. Like, yeah, well, I feel like you're pretty fast paced. Like I feel like you're a pretty fast paced guy. Is that right, Dick?
Who, me?
Yeah. Like at work and just at life and like just like at the fucking grocery store and like getting gas. Are you like dragging your feet? No. Like dragging your feet and like fucking put your card in slow and fucking pick your nose and then type your like Brian's just like he's got no rush. We got fucking
that's why I was an inspector for so many years. You can't tell me.
We got nowhere to be. He's like just slow down, y'all.
Yeah, I'm like
y'all need to slow down. And I'm like, hurry the fuck up, start the car.
South, man, we take time.
He gets in the car. It's 90 degrees out, and we get in the Durango that he rents, and then we sit there for like 40 seconds before he starts it and puts the window down and give us some air. He's like, fucking, I'm just gonna get my GPS going. Hold on.
So I'm fast paced at work because I'm forced to be, right? And like when I get home, man, and I work so much and I'm gone so much, I just want to enjoy, what's in front of me, my family. I want to enjoy that, right? So like I take my time doing everything. It drives my wife nuts. Right. Like, I walk at a saunter because I can. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting yelled at to move faster. I'm not in a rush. I'm not being pressured. Right. So like,
right.
I'm there. If it takes me fucking extra time to do something, at least my family's by my side while I'm doing it. And I have this extra time I get to spend with them. Right. So, whatever. There are things that I'm pretty fast at. My wife will tell you, I'm 2 pumps and and dump, like
I call that efficiency.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Especially when I first get home after like a long month in the bush, the first one's for me anyway. So who cares how long it takes?
In the bush.
Yeah.
Camp, the bush. Got all kind of nicknames for your little home away from home.
Yeah. Well, when I come home, it's also called the bush. So
is someone driving your truck right now while you're away?
No, I don't have my own truck. Everyone kind of jumps from truck to truck to truck. So
when you're with all those guys, does it ever go south? Do you have any stories you can tell?
Like what do you mean by south? Does someone go south on someone else or what?
No, we don't want to hear about that.
Or
he wants to hear about like emergency situations or explosions.
For guys not getting
floods,
together, or
like give us a big flood, like fucking.
When does something go bad? What is that like?
So Canada's pretty regulated with safety and red tape and shit like that. So we're out the ass in safety regulations. It's one of the safest places to work. A lot. There are accidents and shit like that, and I can't get too much into it because I know some higher ups listen to the podcast and shit like that, right? And I don't want to get in too much shit, but yeah, man, people die. People when shit goes too far south, people die. People have died, and it's a dangerous industry, man. You know what I mean? Shit's full of you're full of high pressure all the time. Everything we do, especially working on the vac truck, full of pressure all the time. I've worked alongside guys that are missing fingers, and you're like, well, shit, how did that happen? Well, complacency, not paying attention. Shit went sideways, and things things happen, man. I know a time one of our trucks turned into a flamethrower and it burned the other truck right beside us down, right? Nobody died. Buddy lost his eyebrows, but nobody died. That could have been really bad. Last winter, I think a rig burned to the ground, right? But it's not like in the U.S., right? Like you guys are the wild, wild west out in the U.S. in the oil patch, But yeah, for the most part, man, we do shit pretty safe-ish, when as much as we can, and shit does happen once in a while, though, and people do get hurt. Like I think, what's the worst that's happened to me? Shit, I had a detached retina because a pipe or a bundle of pipe came in, and I cut it open. Wasn't wearing my safety glasses. The band snapped back, hit me in the eye. I've had
a detached retina. Hold on, don't just skim right by.
How did you get like?
How do you reattach it? What's it detaching from? That seems like it's fucking. That
bro,
seems like it's forever.
Honestly,
brain? I don't know.
That seems like a forever thing, bro.
I don't even know, man. I had surgery. I watched the video. They turned the eyeball around inside my head. They fucking put like a buckle in there, and then they turn it back around, and
they just plug it back in, huh?
They just screw it back in, man.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a good time. Now, I've taken this finger to the bone.
Now the TV works, huh? It's like.
I know of a guy who cut a bundle of pipe open, and the strap came up and just fucking gutted him, like from his jawline, like to his eye, just sliced wide open that metal strap. I don't know why you would have face. You have to have your face pretty close so you detach your retina on that thing, huh? You trying to kiss it?
Well, it was looking good, and I was home. I was away from home for a while, so after a couple weeks in the bush, the guy next to you starts looking real good. You start licking your fingers a little bit.
What?
Yeah,
that happened.
Oh, hey,
it's
man!
Like prison,
What happens?
He's not even wearing
boots.
He's wearing sandals. Oh, Daryl's coming at you now. You're wearing sandals and you can't open the valve. Always waiting on people. Bobby's the first person I met in a while. It's all gas, no brakes. Let's go. It's always all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes, baby.
Suncor? Oh, fuck is Suncor, Daryl?
Suncor's up in Fort Mac.
Daryl, only gangsters can wear sandals to service jobs, right? You're not there yet. Maybe you'll graduate, get into
someday,
that
Daryl.
status, but wear your boots.
Brian was going break that red handle off like it was nothing. Bet they all broken all over Atlanta.
Shit. So how long do you guys usually keep your podcast? Like how long are your episodes?
Just an hour. Quick.
Yeah,
an hour.
We're over right now. We're over.
And then
we can end it. We keep talking, whatever you want to do.
Fuck, man, we're not done yet, baby. Fuck, come on now, bud. So where can people find your podcast? Because just the people that on my side that are obviously going to be listening, and not the people that are very clearly, obviously, on your side already watching.
So if you wanna, you can watch it. You can watch us live at on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you can't watch us live, you can listen while you drive on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also offer a Discord, which is like a chat room for people who are not familiar, and that thing's popping off every day. There's about 100 people in there, and it's a good spot to ask questions for for a newbie to ask questions and get a real detailed answer from multiple people all around the country.
How would I get it?
TikTok,
yeah, my bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask how do you get into that Discord thing? I want to start a Discord for my podcast, but I don't know how. I don't even know.
Just download Discord, call it On the Throne, and then just start talking about it. The one thing I learned is that the link expires. So when I took the link, and the link's in my bio for my our Discord, but it expires after 12 days or something. So you got to keep on re-ing up that link. But it's basically, you could go in there and you could all talk in a chat. Everyone could put a headphone on. We could all be in a chat room talking at once. It would probably be chaotic. Whoever joins up, if there's more than 5 people, you really can't hear everybody. But for the most part, it's used as a chat room, and people send pictures and people ask questions and people make fun of Daryl.
That's cool. And then so I could, put out there hey, what do you guys want me to talk about on a future episode?
Yeah.
And then bring that up.
That's exactly what we have. We have a section called just Sprinkler Talk, where we talk sprinklers. Then we have apprentices have their own special spot to ask questions, and then we have a spot to ask questions on the show, which nobody uses. And we also have a spot, I think, that says show signups.
That's cool.
But for the most part, they're using just the main chat, it seems.
What made you guys decide to get into like the whole social media game? You know, like what
I've been posting for 10 years on Instagram.
10 years.
It wasn't until he met me that he blew up.
Hold up, buddy. Posting pictures of your fucking lunch doesn't count as I've been posting it on Instagram for 10 years.
Well, it really
it wasn't reels back then. If you scroll down to the
tape started, that's when he blew up. So
shut
really
up. So if you go down to the bottom of my Instagram, you'll see like sprinkler content, pictures, and I put like back then it was like photos with filters and hashtags and like so I've always been trying to be like trending, but I was also really pushing that like political thing and my
that'll kill
political
your
belief
growth.
and all kinds of controversial things, like the controversial stuff that you won't see on the real news. So that was like what my story would be, and then like my post would be sprinkler, and I was just like I would be stuck at like 300 followers for.
Were you in
years.
Were you in the BCAF live last night with Tron there? Were you listening to that?
No, I usually make it to all those, but my wife's we're having car trouble with our fucking brand new car, so that's been stressing me out for a couple days.
I was in there last night, and if anyone's interested, I don't know if you guys, I don't really talk politics, but if anyone's interested in the Israel shit going on right now, and I'm not going to get too far into it.
We're headed over there, boys.
Look at the Ben Gurion, look at the Ben Gurion Canal project. Just look it up, and all this makes sense. So the Suez Canal it runs, between Egypt and the other parts of the Middle East. I don't fucking know what the other countries off to the west of it are, but like it runs through there, and it contributes $9 billion to Egypt's economy every year, and they don't share that because that's Egypt's canal. Right, that's theirs. So the Ben Gurion Canal is a joint project between the U.S. and Israel, right? And it's supposed to rival the Suez Canal.
Whoa!
And if you look at where that canal dumps out to, it dumps out into the Mediterranean, right on the Gaza Strip. And that and what's in the way? Who's in Gaza that puts that project in the way?
Hamas.
Well, the Palestinians, but yeah.
But Hamas is a radical group out of there.
They're gonna dig a new canal.
Hold up. Radical to who?
Radical
because the U.S. is radical to the Middle East.
Well, they're more of a.
You got to think about that.
I would say they're more of a religion based.
We're going way up top.
So is the U.S. Aren't they Christian? Catholic, whatever the fuck they are.
Where the money is.
Hold on. So oil and money. So hold on, right? Look at Iraq, right? Colin Powell, they all admitted that going into Iraq was wrong, right? They it wasn't right. So look at that. So during the first war of Iraq, Desert Storm, right? The U.S. goes in, they carpet bomb a village trying to get one or two dudes. Something what Israel's trying to do right now. They carpet bomb a village. They kill a family of like 10 people. The only survivor is a boy or a girl. Depends how you look at it, right? This other boy finds other survivors in the village that his parents were also killed in that carpet bomb. They get together. They grow up hating the same fucking people that did that to their village. They form a group, and now they're known as terrorists. The U.S. created those terrorists. Now they got to deal with them.
They're protecting their own.
I hear you. It's all one big circle. That's why war sucks.
It's a shitty thing, man. And no matter what side of the political spectrum you stand on.
The problem is there's so much money in war.
If you go on the stock market and you look at all those, Lockheed and Raytheon, they all went up.
As soon as I heard about
October 7th, all the stocks went way up.
Heard about the Israel stuff. I went and bought stocks. 100%.
Oh yeah, man. Well, dude, we can all agree that like all that shit, it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. It's fucking sad. It's sad. Dude,
I want to look up that canal. I didn't know about that.
Look up the Ben Gurion Canal.
And so Gaza is also rich in oil and fresh water.
Well, yeah. So
what a coincidence.
What a coincidence, right? But also, it's just to justify a war with Iran. The U.S. is itching for a war with Iran, right? That's all they want.
You're not going to be able to pump us. You're not going to be able to pump us enough oil, bro. Because if Iran's mad, then oil is going to be $300 a barrel.
Oh, that's rough.
So here's the catch. Here's the caveat to that, right? The whole world needs oil to be high, so they turn a profit. Iran's the only country in the world where oil has to be $150 to $200 a barrel for them to turn a profit, and it hasn't been that high in a long time, right? So Iran's loving this too, right?
They're about to pump them numbers up, and our gas is about to go to $20 a gallon.
$20 too. Listen here, man. You guys are paying. How much are you guys paying per gallon right now?
Oh, I don't know. $4.
$4 per gallon. That's cheap. Tell you that much right now. So $4 per gallon. That'd be like, we wish we had that.
It was $1.89. You know.
That's $1.89. So
before Sleepy took over.
Okay, so $1.89 a gallon is still, pretty cheap. $4 a gallon is pretty cheap. I think right now, when you convert it over, we're paying like $6-7 a gallon in liters.
No way.
Yeah, so we pay $1.
Now liters is about that's half, almost half of a gallon.
I know when it was $1 like 80 something, that's the equivalent of like $6 or $7 for you guys.
Got a lot of liters in my car.
It was $6 to $7 for a gallon. Well, I guess let's see, it's half. And if it's
liters,
that,
so
that
what do you predict that the gas? What do you predict is going to happen
gallon.
with gas and fuel and oil in the coming few months and years?
In the coming few months and years, man, look at what's popping off right now. You got China, who's literally redrawing the map right now. They've literally added a 10th dash to the 9-dash line. To include Taiwan in their territory. They overtook 3 big chunks of Burma. Burma just let them have it. They didn't want to fight a war, right? They're just, "Whoa, you guys have it. We're not gonna." So right now in the South China Sea, the U.S. The Chinese have their pipeline in there where they get about 70% of their oil shipped in from, right? And they know that once ship pops off, if they go for Taiwan, the U.S. is going to block that pipeline in the South China Sea.
Taiwan's a problem.
They have been busy the last 2 years building a pipeline over land from that same spot where they get it. They've been driving it over, right? That's why they took over parts of Burma. They have parts of India that they've claimed as their territory. That they bought land off Russia to include parts of Russia into their territory. They've added that 10th line underneath the 9-dash line. Look at the map of China. They didn't include Israel. They took Israel right off that map when they redrew everything.
Oh, so they got a new map where they're like taking everything?
So their new map basically just claims what's theirs, right? And what they've redrawn the borders. And
so what's going to happen with our oil, kid?
It has everything to do with the South China Sea, okay? So the U.S. have a bunch of bases over in the South China Sea and over in, like, Southeast Asia, right? They have a bunch of bases over there. And every time the U.S. puts another base up, China has been going and dumping sand into low barrier reefs. And they've been building islands. And when they build those islands, they put bases on them very close to wherever the U.S. has put one. Right, so this is that's how the next world war is going to be fought. It's not going to be what everyone thinks it is. It's just going to be an arms race, and it's going to be like a war of words, pretty much. Like, hey, look what China did to that B-52 bomber, right? They flew within 10 feet of it the other day, right? It's going to be that kind of war. Like, oh, you just
We're gonna have no gas, dude. Is what's gonna happen.
What do you mean? Fuel. Did you know the U.S. is Canada's only customer?
Only
good.
Customer?
We need you guys because everyone else is cutting us off. We need
you guys. Take all our oil
and sell it.
We sell it to you. You guys refine it. We sell our oil to you at cheap cost. You refine it and then sell it back to us at double the cost.
Oh, that's great. So nice of us.
We don't have our own. We don't have an east-west pipeline. We're trying to get an east-west pipeline here in Canada. That would be ideal, but we have a province out east that won't allow that to happen. So.
Yeah, we had a sick pipeline deal going too, but another this guy shut it down. It was great.
Yeah,
great.
Great times.
Great time for Sleepy. Shut down.
So that was more politics than I've ever talked on the podcast.
Yeah, that was some good politics. 4 liters is 1 gallon. Cortland says
4 liters is 1.
Why do you guys make it so difficult up there? Huh? Just grab a gallon.
What do you mean? Who's making it difficult? Bro?
Does your milk?
Why Canada?
Does your milk come in a gallon?
Our milk comes in liters, man.
So it's really small.
So you can't get a big jug. You can only get a liter.
You get 4 liters?
What if you have a whole bunch of people coming over? You got to get a bunch of they don't have big fucking canisters. What do you call that?
We got big ones, dog, but they're in liters.
What do they call it? A double liter?
How many liters is the big one?
Is it a 2-liter cola, kid?
Oh shit! I think it's like 4 liters. Or something.
You grab
like
it says 4 liters. You
Okay.
grab it like, oh yeah, hey honey, make sure you get me 4 liters of milk.
Yeah, 2%, baby. All about that 2%.
That seems fucking so strange. Just call it a gallon. Just call it a gallon, kid. They come in 4-liter jugs. Damn, son.
So it's like a gallon. Okay.
So is that the guy in Ontario?
I don't know. I think it's your neighbor.
There's
your neighbor.
several of them.
He says he's watching.
So in Ontario, they come in bags of milk. We get bags.
Or if you're out east, you can get it in a bag. He says.
You can get it in a bag. Exactly. Out east, you can get it in a bag. In
what
Alberta,
kind of bag? What do you mean? Like a Ziploc?
You don't get milk in a bag. No, it comes in like a pouch that you cut open with a pair of scissors that you can never seem to get the hole right. It either comes out too fast or not fast enough. And so in Alberta, we get them in jugs, right? Like fucking.
He's getting yelled at right now. She's like, "Get off the show now. Leave us alone, Sarah."
I'm gonna show you. She's in a towel. Just got out of the shower. Come back over here again.
Show me. I want to see, buddy.
I told her. She.
Well, that'll get us some views.
I'm serious.
How many people you got watching on your side live?
I don't know, but they're about to see my wife in a towel.
Nice,
me and more. Go. Vamos.
I don't know if those numbers are always accurate. I don't know if those numbers are always accurate.
Colombian. Nice. Yeah. Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, with all the attitude and the good food.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Attitude and good food.
Yeah.
She's like, 10 o'clock. She's like, get off of that show.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't keep you too long, then. I won't keep you much longer.
No.
You guys, you guys do your thing. You guys do your thing.
Whatever.
I usually like to end it with a question, anyways. I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. It is 10:30 there, just about. So and you guys don't go much longer than that. So we usually like to end it over here. You guys are American. You know what Mount Rushmore is, right? So I like to ask, Mount Rushmore has 4 of the most influential people in North American history on it. And if you guys could have your own Mount Rushmore, who would you have up on there? 4 people that you guys look up to or inspire to be?
Oh, damn.
So I follow Jocko Willink often. I read all of his books, listen to his podcasts, and I've gotten a lot of.
You got to put Joe Rogan up there. It was 100%.
Oh, yeah, Joe Rogan.
You gonna start taking ivermectin or what?
I would definitely put Joe Rogan up there. That'd be my first pick. Who else? Influential people to put on Mount, because you want people to remember them forever. So you got to pick some old guys too.
People that inspire you. People you look up to. Could be your mom, man. Could be yourself.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I look up to my father. We talk twice a day, every day. He's also in fire protection as well. So I'm second generation. Yeah.
All right, so who are you going to pick? Who's your first pick up there? I'm picking Joe.
Jocko Willink.
I'm going to put, I think I might have to put myself on there, bro. Let people remember me,
So Jocko Willink, Joe
Bobby.
Rogan, Retrofit Brian, and Blue Collar Bobby.
Damn, kid. Huh?
Yeah.
Are we doing the same Mount Rushmore?
So that's another thing with fire protection. This is essentially like everybody wants to leave their legacy in their trade, and this is our legacy to the fire protection trade.
The podcast?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, man! I love
the content, the podcast. So also included with our podcast, we go to the expos, the sprinkler expos, American Fire Sprinkler Association and the National Fire Sprinkler Association, and we take videos of that and we upload those on the YouTube as well. Those are not, we don't consider those like the podcast though. Those are like just videos on our channel. Yeah. We curate them, we edit them, and we're basically doing interviews with manufacturers and people, people that are making shit.
That's the point of my podcast, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be blue collar, but it's blue collar for the most part, supporting blue collar. Like I'm in oil and gas. I know nothing about fire protection systems and sprinklers. You know what I mean? But like you guys do, and I have people from all sorts of trades and walks of life that come on, man, let's Let's get people exposed to what you do. Let's get people exposed to your content. Let's get you guys more followers. Fuck, let's get me some more followers, because you're gonna share it out to your side.
Absolutely.
And your guys is there. It's all about collaborating, right? It's all about like, hey man, let's do this thing. Let's collaborate. We're all grinding it out for a higher purpose, a good cause. And why not? If you guys can get some more exposure and I can get some more exposure, why the fuck not? You know what I mean? And that's the whole point of this podcast, man. This is why I do it. I like to chat with other people that are just sacrificing for their families and grinding it out until fucking literally death.
That's it, man. Making content the whole way.
Making content the whole way, buddy.
That's
sometimes the pants are on, sometimes the pants are off.
Well, we appreciate this little collaboration. Fucking doing this.
Hell yeah, man. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Bluecollar Angst podcast or not.
No, I haven't.
No, he's at Utah or Colorado. I think he moved to Colorado, but he was living in Utah when we recorded. And good guy, man. Solid fucking dude. He said something to me that really changed my perspective. Or not really changed my perspective, but really like shone a light on something for me. And he's like, man, we're already doing it, but he's like, those at the top, they're collaborating, and those at the bottom, they're competing, right? And here we are collaborating, man. So we've done that without even thinking about it. That's our first sort of mindset was, hey, there's other guys doing cool shit. Let's collaborate.
Let's do it too, yeah. Because our first talk was like, you were like, hey, I have a podcast. You should come on. I'm like, well, I have a podcast. You should come on. And I was like, I wonder if we could do it together.
Hell yeah.
And fucking here we are, dog.
Here we are, buddy. Less than a week after that conversation was had.
That's
and let's do it again in the future.
Yeah,
we will. Hell yeah, man.
StreamYard, baby.
I'll get a better camera and figure this shit out, huh?
No, it's not the camera, brother.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting.
I'm in my little crop pot of a sunroom. So
right now it looks like you're in a dark room with a fish tank. That's
Look, so this is my kind of little plants. My wife's desk and stuff. So it's this little crop pot. It's this little.
We just gotta get you a couple better lights. That's all. A good ring light.
Yeah. Good ring light, buddy. You need
like a good TikTok chick. Yeah.
Yeah, the good TikTok chick. All right. Well, this has been great.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, guys. Hey,
appreciate it, guys.
Guys, thanks for coming on, and you guys stay frosty.
Yep, appreciate it, man.
You too, buddy.
Everybody, dope and tape out.
See ya.
Listen to this. Oh, guys. Make me so hard again.
I heard he killed ours. That was good.